All right, let's unpack this. We're doing a deep dive today on a specific piece of AV gear. The WolfPack 1x2 HDMI splitter. It's the one with audio out and EDID, model HDTV DA 012AU1.
Right. And it looks simple, but there's quite a bit packed in there.
Definitely. So the mission here is, well, what is the mission?
It's really about taking one source, could be DDI or HDMI, and splitting it perfectly to two identical screens.
Identical outputs. Okay.
And crucially, without losing any signal quality. That's the core promise.
And it's not just basic signals we're talking about. This handles 1080p full HD, obviously.
Sure, standard stuff.
But also goes up to 4K at 30 hertz UHD.
4K 30, yeah. And it includes full 3D pass-through as well.
Ah, 3D too. Plus, it's HDCP 1.4 compliant. That's important, right?
Absolutely essential. That HDCP compliance means, your protected stuff like Blu-rays or streaming services will actually display.
Right, no frustrating black screens.
Exactly. It handles the digital handshake properly.
Okay, so let's look at the connections. It's straightforward, one input.
One HDMI Type A, standard 19-pin female.
And that feeds two identical outputs. Same connector type.
Two HDMI Type A females, yep.
Yeah.
Mirrored outputs. But the key isn't just the number of ports, it's the speed behind them.
Okay, talk about the speed then.
Well, the bandwidth is rated at 2.97 gigabits per second per color.
Wow, 2.97 GBPs per color. That sounds very specific. What does that mean practically?
It means it has enough pipeline capacity to handle that 4K 30 signal or high bandwidth 1080p without compression or quality loss.
So full uncompressed quality to both displays at the same time.
That's the goal. No bottlenecks, no picture degradation.
Now, here's a feature that I think is, well, kind of the aha moment for a lot of setups, the audio.
The audio handling is definitely a standout.
Because it doesn't just pass it through the HDMI, does it? It actually extracts it.
Precisely. It pulls the embedded audio stream out, while it still passes the high-def audio via HDMI, your Dolby True HD, DTS:HE master audio.
Okay, so you still get the good stuff through HDMI if you need it.
Yes, absolutely. But simultaneously, it gives you separate audio outputs.
Which are?
You get both analog via a standard 3.5 millimeter stereo jack.
Okay, like a headphone jack.
Exactly. And you also get digital audio out, specifically through an RCA coaxial connector.
So, wow. That means you could send video to, say, a new TV, but route the audio to an older amplifier that only has analog or coax inputs.
That's a perfect use case.
Yeah.
Or maybe just send audio to some powered speakers directly. It avoids needing a whole separate audio extractor box.
Yeah, that really simplifies things. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. EDI management.
Ah, EDI. Extended Display Identification Data. Always a fun topic.
Fun or frustrating, depending on your experience, right?
Sure.
It's that initial communication between devices.
It's the negotiation, yeah. The source asks the display, what can you handle? And the display responds, usually.
But sometimes that conversation goes wrong. You get flickers, wrong resolutions, delays.
All sorts of headaches, which is why having advanced EDID management built into this splitter is so useful.
How does it help?
It basically speeds up and smooths out that whole integration process. It helps ensure the source and the displays understand each other quickly and correctly. Think of it like a fast diplomat.
A diplomat, I like that. And you mentioned control. How do you manage the EDID? Is it software?
No, and this is great for reliability. It's physical. There's a little 1x4 pin DIP switch right on the unit itself.
Ah, physical switches. Sometimes much better than digging through menus.
For installers or serious home users, definitely. It gives you direct control over how that EDID handshake behaves.
Okay, practicalities. How big is this thing?
It's pretty small, quite compact. The dimensions are about 117 by 61 by 22 millimeters without the feet.
Tiny. Easy to hide behind a TV or in a rack.
Yeah, very discreet. And it has little LED lights, standard stuff power on, and indicators for which outputs are actively connected. Simple visual feedback. Okay, the big questions. Availability and price. As of today, it's listed as in stock, and the price point is $75.
$75. Okay, that seems really reasonable for what it does.
It really is. You're getting 4K splitting, that dedicated audio extraction we talked about, and the advanced EDID control.
All packed into one little $75 box.
Exactly. Which kind of brings us to the wrap-up thought, doesn't it?
Go for it. What should we be thinking about?
Well, if this level of functionality, managing high-res video, splitting it, pulling out high-quality audio separately, handling complex EDID issues, if all that is now pretty standard in a sub-$100 device, what's the next major step? What's the next frontier in making these complex home theater connections even simpler for everyone?